Story about a neighbor who walks over to the other neighbor and says, "What's wrong with your dog? He sounds like he's in pain." To which the neighbor with the dog said, "That's because he fell over on a nail." And so the man says, "Well, let me help you. I'll grab the front of the dog and you grab the back and we'll lift this dog off the nail." To which the man said, "No, it doesn't hurt enough. Because you see, when it hurts enough, he'll get up." Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dominique Hannon, and I believe that the United States of America is the greatest nation in the world. So why is it that we, the people of, cannot resolve this obesity problem? Now let me step back at the onset here and let you know that I am not the president and CEO of Tree Lickers and Toe Stubbers of America. I don't represent some company. I just have a love for my country. And I just want to tell you that there's two things that I want to talk about. One is what's causing the obesity problem. And number two, what can we do about it? Obesity is an epidemic spanning to become a pandemic. And most people don't even know. Heck, when I first became a certified personal trainer a few moons back, I said, I have the answer. I'll just write out an exercise prescription and give it to my patient. And I would work them out so hard you couldn't tell if they were laughing or crying because of the grimace on their face. But that was not the panacea to the problem. Understanding that there is a simple rule. You must burn off more than you take in. The problem is the take in side has become exponentially heavier and stronger and more. And it's due to this new group called processed food and the three devils: sugar, salt, and flour. But I'm only going to concentrate just on the sugar because sugar is more addictive than most drugs. And that's because it's everywhere. It's in everything. And you don't even have to hide when you have this drug. You know, the police officer pulls you over and says, "Give me your driver's license and registration and that bag of donuts," because it's so addictive. Now, I don't have anything against the men and women in blue, because trust me when I say this, I can eat more donuts before 9 a.m. than most police officers can eat all day. It is deadly. Sugar is the drug. If you go in the grocery store, it's in every item in the store. From the cereal aisle all the way down to the soda aisle. And it has this element called high fructose corn syrup. And that is the worst, because high fructose corn syrup is sugar. And it's so cheap for these companies to make it. But the problem is that it restricts the body's ability to feel satisfied. And so if you're not satisfied with what you eat a little more and eat a little more, and because it's in everything, you eat it at breakfast and lunch and dinner, and you eat it Monday all the way through back to Sunday. And 12 months have gone by, and you wonder why you can't just get on a simple exercise program and solve the problem. I would tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that even with all that, there's another element that's the problem. And that is, it doesn't hurt enough. Let's be honest. If you have a job, you're not really worried about unemployment. Right, because you don't have any stake in the game. And you may say, oh yeah, I'm worried. No, you're not. Not unless you know somebody. So I wish we could go back to a time where it used to be if you did something wrong, that anybody in the entire neighborhood could whoop your butts. Excuse me, for those of you on the north, they could discipline you. And when they did that, what did they do? What did they threaten you with? They said, and I'm going to call your mama. And of course, you didn't want that. You say, hey, I'll cut the grass for you. I'll take the trash out. I even wash the dishes. Just don't call mama. Because you knew that if they called mama, she was going to discipline you just for embarrassing her. Now that's 2 disciplines for 1 bad action. And yet these billion-dollar companies have a massively bad action by pumping the sugar into the veins, just like the conveyor belt of death. And it just seems to be no repercussions. And you say, hey, well, that's not fair. I'm going to march down there and tell them something. Well, listen to me, brother. I'm telling you, you're driving down the highway with your blinker on, 3 exits past, stupid. It's not going to happen. That's just like you going to work and your boss says, hey, do you want a raise or not? Yeah. You're not going to give up that money, and neither are these companies. The only way you can fight it is supply and demand. You've got to lower the demand for this sugar. But it doesn't hurt enough. You got obesity. You got diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, cancer. But it doesn't seem to hurt you enough. Listen, ladies, a lifestyle with a sustainment of sugar is going to make you look old and wrinkly. And gentlemen, a significant reduction in the intake of sugar will help you out if you're one of those people whose flagpole doesn't go all the way to the top. You reduce that sugar, and that flagpole will go all the way up so you can salute. So I suggest that you stop the sugar intake. But see, it's really sad because this is the first time in history that the parent is expected to outlive the child. And that's ridiculous. That's unbelievable. And that brings me to my second point. What can we do about it? I'm just a farm boy from Idaho. All I got is my hat and my dog. Or you're a woman in Mississippi just trying to get your life right. And just trying to get your life back. You just had a child, a baby, had the baby fat. And daddy ain't around no more. So maybe we should feel sorry for you. No. We have to reach out to you, but you have to reach back. What you have to do, ladies and gentlemen, is realize that it's actually a problem and stop committing to this problem. You can start off small. Stop eating sugar for 1 week. You can do it. I double dog dare you. Listen, I'm no better than the rest. I'm doing it right this minute. Now I gotta be honest. I can't wait till Friday. But it can be done. Having said all this, you have to exercise. So when you exercise, hey, get the family out there. Walk around the block, walk around the block. But when you're walking around the block, you can't stop off at your favorite fast food restaurant, Taco McWendy King, and order a quadruple double value meal with the diet water. You've got to commit. But I can stand up here and say this to all you good people. And some of you will get up out of your chairs, look at your watch and say, hey, I got to get home and get to bed. I got to get back to business as usual. Huh. It's not my problem. But some of you understand that sugar is the problem. It is at the core of the problem. That sugar goes into your system. It's a simple carbohydrate, but it's processed as a fat. And so it goes straight down to the mitochondria and is stored as fat. You've got to understand that. Well, you say, hey, my children, they'll get upset with me if I don't let them have the food. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. This is crazy. You're the parent. They're supposed to hate you. The more they hate you, the better job you're doing. But I can guarantee you that when they get older, they're going to say thank you for not giving up on me. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to beat you down. I'm here to give you the best investments of words and spirit and heart and soul and time and money and support. We're not supposed to work this hard, but you got to understand that it is you and you and you and you. It's not the people in the other room. It is us that must take this on. Understand it is not the dog that's on the nail. It is we the people of the United States of America that's on that nail. And I'm telling you, it hurts. Stand with me. Raise up off that nail. The nail of obesity. And that is how you solve the obesity problem. Thank you.